It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former number 1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can there, of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives? That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Here's 1st and 10. Absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. He got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds on to that ball for 1 count longer. And most likely was going to result in a sack.
To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Jaguars offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll have a golden opportunity to get on the board first as they start first and goal. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Jaguars offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Steelers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. to throw. Wilson. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. Third and a yard. That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Harris. He will have a Steelers first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On first down, Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jags offense headed back to take over once more. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout. 2nd and a yard. Now here's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's complete to Etienne. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Lawrence now. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Steelers has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Steelers' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Austin with the grab.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Now Russ. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Steeler first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He keeps it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 9. Wilson to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number one. What awaits us here in the second half? And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson will let this go deep for Jefferson.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Here's Wilson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Give up the middle to Harris. He'll get about 2. Foye Oluokun with the play. Second down and 8. They'll give it to Harris again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
On first down, right back to Harris. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They run it over center with Harris. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's going to have the Steelers' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Another run here with Harris. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Play action. Now, Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On third down, here's Harris. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one from 43 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll get this past the... There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Davis going in motion. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They'll run for it with Etienne. And he's going to have a Jags 1st down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Now a screen set up for ETN. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On first down, Lawrence. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here we go. 1st and goal. To throw is Lawrence. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Gabe Davis. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And this has been a nightmare game for him so far. He had the lost fumble earlier and limited success running against this stout defense. I'm off the field a couple of times shaking his head. What can you do? Right now the answer is he can't do much. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Harris. And And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. They'll go with Harris. He'll work his way only to the 23. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's Harris. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
This crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Steelers will line up for the...
Out of the gun, here's Russ.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To throw is Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to go all the way. Oh, about some late magic. They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. He'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. Throwing is Lawrence. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Austin now to return this. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. Now they burn the timeout. They are in that gray area. You might be able to get in 2 plays, but maybe just 1 left in this game. We'll see. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to force overtime. And he has missed this one. No good. And the missed kick is going to cost them the game.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A kneel down here from Lawrence, and that should wrap things up. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So shouts at Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it. For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.